Hello there. My soldering setup is not the greatest. I have been using this Radio Shack iron, which I have repaired and will continue to use until I can't anymore. And the iron came with this little, I guess you'd call it a stand, and I screwed it to this piece of wood here, and I've used it for years, a lot of years, just like that. It just sits like this, and the iron sits down in it like that, and we're good to go, right? But what I want to do is I want to build a fairly small station that I can use, and I can just pick up the things that I most use. There's going to be various little things that I'm going to have to reach for in the course of soldering something that I've got a very small bench inside where I do my soldering at most of the time. And I've got a small footprint that I can use, and so what I'm going to do, I've kind of mocked up what I need. I'm going to take my solder, and I'm just going to use some 1/2-inch rod and glue that in standing up so that I can just set my spool of solder there, and it's not really going to go anywhere. I don't need anything that will spin or anything like that. I just need something I can uncoil some solder with and work. So Harbor Freight sells the little soldering iron sponges for like $2 or something like that a piece. I'll probably get a couple of them. This is just a stand-in, but it's just to make room for this. I don't know in the end what kind of container or whatnot I'll put that in, but I'll find something I can use. And what I want to do is I want to build like a little caddy, a little box here on the side that I can plop my tools in and some shrink tubing, stuff like that. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that I just need about that much room. So I'm gonna set these off to the side. And this is not going to be my usual fine woodworking, if you want to call what I do fine woodworking. No dovetails, none of that. We're just going to glue and brad nail this thing together, because it doesn't have to be anything special. It just has to do the job that I need it to do without issue. So all right. I'm not building anything fancy. just trying to do something that will get my job done without any issues, and that is almost perfect. So it's a little high in the center. So let's this. It doesn't even really have to be square this way, but I want it to be if I can get it. Yeah. So that's the footprint. What I want to do now is remove this. And do one of these numbers. Because I want space. I want this square, but I want space let's go. Yeah. This has worked for a long, long time. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't continue to work. For a long time yet to come. So what I want to do, this always kind of slid. I want to put a little piece that's got a little V-notch in it, that so the cable will not be stressed, but I can set it here and it'll set against that, and it'll be like a lip that will do what I want it to do. Alright. Actually, now I could have cut all this stuff out with a table saw and all of that, but this is small stuff, and there's no sense in dragging out and trying to set up a table saw to cut this. It's not. It's more trouble than it's worth. More trouble than it's worth. I need to be able to see and know what square is. That's why I'm doing that. a sharp chisel, if you're going to work wood, see how easy and how smoothly that's working? It's because the chisel is flipping sharp. Not a little sharp, not almost sharp. Without a sharp tool of any kind, doesn't matter. Even machines, even the machines that people use, if they're not sharp, things are going to suck. That's just the way that is. We're going to just pretty this up a bit. I don't want any sharp edges. Against my hand. And we want to put it like right blooming there. So boom, boom. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna glue this box and clamp it. I am not so much worried about square. I will square it. Here in just a little bit. Yeah, I gotta walk over and say, hey dude. It doesn't matter, I can't afford the ammo. But yeah, love it. You're supposed to like measure from corner to corner. You're not really supposed to use a square like that to check the square of something like this. But we're not building a watch. This is just a something to hold a few simple tools. So it's not something that I'm gonna get really technical with. And what I'm going to do is, you notice both of these are kind of proud. They will be cut off to the proper height. Woohoo! All right. Now, tools, shrink tubing, and it will sit right here. Right now, I want to just prop it up off the bench. The clamp is doing that over here, But I want to prop it up off this bench because I don't want it glued to my bench. So And I'm just sort of squaring off the end of this dowel. Using the flat of the chisel as a guide. All right. Now, I'll have to wait on this corner because that rest for my soldering iron is still gluing up. So what I'm doing right now is just smoothing. I will take a random orbit sander to this, most likely to this and to this before I mount everything and make everything right. And round all the corners off and everything like that so that it's as smooth and clean as I can get it. And I will show you that. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. I will attach that the same way that I secured it here, with brad nails and glue. Everything should work out perfectly fine and it should be lovely. We will come back with a completed project. So here's the completed unit. It's over here because I'm a lefty. The soldering iron sits here, and that will keep the cord from being stressed, but it won't slide back anymore, which is one of the things it did that made me really nervous when it came to using a soldering iron here. And in here, we can put some shrink tubing and maybe a lighter, just in case. Soldering flux, or I'm sorry, a desolder braid. Some flux. Actually, we're going to put that over here. And then so a couple of different wire strippers. Needle nose pliers, because I need that puppy. Actually, let's put the desolder braid here and the lighter here too, and just keep that free just for shrink tubing. Solder goes there, and at some point we'll have a sponge, and I'll just hot glue it to this. It's not going anywhere. It's not being under any stress. I'll just pop some hot glue under the bottom, or some silicone caulk or something. Pop it right on down there, and it won't be as big as this, so that there's plenty of room for this. But I think that will work really well and do everything I need to do. Yeah, I can, of course, have every tool that I might need and everything that I might need here, because I don't have, you see the size of my bench. Okay, I don't have the room. But This is all the general stuff that I would always normally use when it comes to soldering, and it's all right here, so I think that'll work for me. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.